Are you looking to improve your golf game in 2025? Look no further than Golf by Gun. Golf by Gun specializes in individual lessons, small group sessions for 2 to 3 people, and even corporate events to enhance your networking skills on the green. In addition, couples golf lessons are a perfect way to bond with your partner while mastering your swings together. Here's an exclusive offer for our listeners. If you mention Chiefs Central, you will get $10 off your first lesson. That's right, $10 off your first lesson. Take your game to new heights and enjoy the sport you love even more. Follow Golf by Gun on Instagram and Facebook for tips and updates, or reach out via email at golfbygun@gmail.com. See you on the course.
Well, that's an interesting backdrop for you. Where are you at?
I am in Laredo, Mexico.
Nice little getaway.
Yeah, it is. Nice place you and your sister have been with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, went for a walk the other night and actually walked down there yesterday too to the house that we stayed at when you and your sister were here. That was nice to see.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, I posted on social media a picture from that neighborhood, and Kathy, who we rented that house from, messaged me. She goes, "Is that my neighborhood?" And I'm like, "Yes, it is."
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so
I
it's very nice.
always thought that was an interesting connection with her being from around here too.
From Coeur d'Alene, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not as warm as when we've been down here in February before, or as warm as when I came down in February last year. It was in the mid 70s for a couple of days, but today was like and yesterday we're both in like the low 60s. But it
Yeah.
gets a little bit windy. It's kind of chilly, but now it's actually really calm right now. It's beautiful out.
Nice. Yeah, it looks really nice out there, but it's
Yeah.
a lot better than the 22 degrees and clear that it is here right now. It's
Is
cold.
that what it is?
Yep, you're gonna be miserable when you get back tomorrow.
No, I heard snow possibly the first part of next week.
Yep, and then it's gonna rain this weekend, and then into
I heard
snow.
rain this
So
week. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna warm back up before cooling back down again a little bit.
No, that's all right.
But yeah, so 2 games since our last show. We're doing this one a little bit later than a day and a half or
Yeah.
so later than usual, but
Yeah.
busy schedules and vacations and whatnot.
Yeah.
You caught the game Wednesday
I did.
at the
Game
arena
against
against
Everett.
Everett. Very, very competitive back and forth game.
Yeah, it was.
Um, Goaltending was great on both ends once again, and the Chiefs pulled away with the 3-2 victory late. Dawson Cowan had 30 saves, 2 goals against. Chiefs were 1 for 3 on the power play and 3 for 4 on the penalty kill. The big man of the night was Rasmus Ekstrom with 2 goals, getting the monkey off his back with his family in attendance, which I thought was pretty cool.
That was very awesome.
Pretty happy that he could get the monkey off his back with his mom and dad there, and
Yeah.
it sounds like they all kind of really enjoyed their time over here based off of everything that his dad's been posting online and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I texted you right before the game. I said I'm so stoked for this game tonight. Like, it's a big game,
Hmm.
and it was the Wednesday night and the dub on YouTube again. Two top teams in the West and in the league essentially. So yeah, going in, there's a lot of high expectations, and it was a great game all around. I thought uh, Everett outshot us 32-20 on the night. We only picked up 20 shots all night, which obviously is not ideal. But we had 3 of them go in, so that's all that really mattered. We ended up pulling away with the win.
Yeah, that first period was a little rough to look at as far as shot goes. I think we only had 4 shots on goal that first period,
Yeah, 13-4 in the first period
but we were
was real
tied at one
tough.
going into the second.
Well, you can thank Cowan for that because
Yeah.
he played a great game. He definitely kept us in the first period because it very easily could have been 3-0 at Everett at least after the first period.
Oh, absolutely.
Coco Armstrong, man of the hour, getting another goal
Yeah.
8 minutes into the first period. So it's 5 goals for him on the season after he scored his first, 2 weeks ago, something
Yeah.
like
He's
that.
almost a point a game guy lately.
Yeah, it's awesome. He missed half of the season with his shoulder injury. But then since he's came back, I think he's really fit in well on that third line. He showed a lot of speed and
Yeah. Yes.
ability to get in on the forecheck and whatnot, and it's paying off now that he's actually putting the puck in the net. Again, that line that he's on with Harry and Preston is so good. It's my one of my favorite lines to watch all night. Um, and then but yeah, and then Rass. I mean, he had himself a great game too. It's nice to
Yeah.
see with um especially late in the second period and into the third period, we lost Smith Redmond due to an injury, and
Yeah.
so the lines were a little bit shuffled, and then he ended up playing a little bit of a different role in the power play, and ended up picking up his second of the night toward the end of the second period on the power play. Both gritty goals in front of the net, not really something that we usually see from him. He's usually the sniper at the top of the circle.
Yeah.
But he scored a couple of goals, getting down and dirty in the last 5 minutes of the second period. And I think that, any way you can get the monkey off your back is definitely going to help you in the long run all around. So it was good to see him get two goals in the last 5 minutes of the second period to put us up 3-2, and then that's how it would stay.
Yeah.
Really physical game between the two top teams in the league, and a defensive battle. I think Chiefs dominated in the faceoff dot again, 43-21. It definitely helps getting Owen Martin back in the lineup.
Yeah.
I think that was huge. Um,
It
playing
was
fourth
it was a
line, but
physical battle, but it was not a chippy game by any means.
no, it really wasn't. I mean, there weren't any like crazy penalties for hits or anything like that. It was all like minor stick infractions and whatnot. But um, that tilt in the what was it, in the second period with Caden Allen and Clark Schaefer,
That was a good one.
man, those guys were throwing bombs,
Yeah,
absolute bombs.
they were throwing wildly, open to hit.
I definitely like seeing that out of Caden Allen too. That's the kind of thing that'll stick with a guy and keep him in the lineup too.
Yeah.
Obviously he's 16 and he's going to be a good player in the league and everything too. But especially as a 16-year-old, that's a way to get noticed for sure.
Yeah.
And I think he's doing a pretty good job of that so far. But yeah, Chiefs picked up a huge 3-2 win over Everett, so that puts us up 2-1 in the season series against them, with our fourth game against them coming up this Saturday in Everett. Another huge pair of games this weekend, with
Hmm.
Victoria coming to town on Friday, and then obviously Everett on Saturday over in Everett. Um, but yeah, so that was Wednesday night. Friday night, you missed this game. You were already down there
I
in
did. And Friday,
paradise.
I should tell you too that Friday I got a message from and a friend request on Facebook from Ekstrom's dad, and I accepted it, and then he started giving me shit for being in Mexico.
Yeah, I remember you showed me that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
What's the weather looking like down there right now?
Yeah, low 60s right now.
Oh, 60s. Must be nice.
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty
about
nice.
40 degrees warmer than it is here.
Yeah, it is.
I'm quite jealous. But yeah, Friday night, huge matchup again. The Medicine Hat Tigers coming to town for their one and only visit of the year. And the Chiefs got it going early. Shea Van Olm with a nice little pass from Andrew Crystal and he one-timed it in 31 seconds into the first period. So the Chiefs got off to a great start. Um, it's nice to see Ulmer kind of put the puck in the back of the net again too. He's kind of had a little bit of a slower last couple of games offensively, but I feel like that is honestly attributed to teams kind of figuring out that top line.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I wouldn't hate
We
putting,
talked about that on Wednesday too.
yeah, say putting one of them back on like second or third line, even if it's just for half a game or something, just to kind of test the waters. But our power play, I think, is, especially on the power play, they're getting a little bit too fancy with it, I think.
Hmm.
And, kind of got to keep moving your feet and just playing how the coaches want you to play and everything too. But the Chiefs were 0 for 3 on the power play against Medicine Hat, but uh, we'll uh, we'll pick back up. It was 1-0, 30 seconds into the game, and that was the only goal until 15 minutes left in the third period.
Oh wow.
Shea Van Olm scored that goal early, and then Asanali Sarkinov and Rasmus Ekstrom combining for a nice little goal about 5 minutes into the third period, and that put the Chiefs up 2-0. And I mean, honestly, it was a really, really even game overall. I think that Gavin McKenna was it. I'll tell you what, man,
I
that
was
dude
going to
is
ask you how was it watching?
good. That
Yeah,
dude is good.
yeah.
I mean, I sat up in our seats for the first period, but second and third, I went and sat down in the glass with Brandon, and watching that guy as close as I was to that, I was mind blown at just his
Wow,
ability to just see from at least from what I could see down the corner, like his vision, what he can see out there is it's bonkers. Like it's next level.
a guy
And
not even draft eligible at the end of this year.
no, not for another 2 years.
That's crazy.
Well, and the fact that he's 16 years old and he's
Yeah.
doing what he's doing right now is nothing short of insane.
Wow.
Um, but so yeah, if 5 minutes into the third period, the Chiefs are up 2-0, and it's looking really, really good. And then um, Medicine Hat shows why they're the top team in the Central, and they scored three quick goals in a matter of about 5 minutes in the third period, and the Chiefs could never really recover from that, and ended up losing 3-2. Unfortunately, just I don't even want to say the Chiefs really fell apart. I think that a mix of Medicine Hat's skill showing and their ability to play from behind really kind of took over the game.
Hmm.
None of the goals are really Dawson Cowan's fault either. I mean, it was either just a clean snipe or it was a gritty rebound goal that it's going to be really hard to stop regardless. But nothing taken away from Cowan. He still made 27 saves, earned the third star of the game. He played great. Gavin McKenna, though, a goal and two assists on the night for him.
Wow.
In just that span of 5 minutes in the third period. So Medicine Hat hadn't gotten on the board at all until 10 minutes left in the third, and then all of a sudden the floodgates opened and they just could not be stopped. The Chiefs did put some pressure on with the extra attacker, but just were unable to put it past the goalie. Their goalie played really very well too. I think it was Harrison Menigan is who it was. Yeah, Harrison Menigan. He played great. He made a couple of huge cross crease glove saves that were just mind blowing. Uh, but looking at Medicine Hat's roster, that's another team that I feel like quietly added some star players at the deadline.
Yeah.
Not as much as a Lethbridge, but they acquired Tanner Mollendijk from Saskatoon, which was a huge deal. They got Jonas Wu, I think last year or early this year. I think he was in Wenatchee. And then they acquired Harrison Menigan, the goaltender, as well. So that's another team you don't really want to sleep on because I think that I mean, the Central Division is insane, and they're just another example of that. It's in recent years the Chiefs have had a lot of success against the East, but I feel like this year, with even though we're a really, really good competitive team, I think that the East has our number right now. And I think we're gonna have something we're gonna have to figure out come playoff time if it goes that far.
Yeah.
But but yeah, so you saw the game Wednesday. Just overall thoughts on Wednesday and kind of um, how the team played against a top team in Everett.
Hmm. Oh, they played really good. I mean, what's that put us 1-1-1 against Everett basically this year?
Uh, 2-1, 2-1.
2-1. Excuse me. That's
Yeah,
right. We won in overtime. Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. The first game. Yeah, very competitive. I think we can hold our own against the best in the West for sure. I told you before last podcast I was impressed with Lethbridge coming in.
Hmm.
And obviously it sounds like Medicine had the same thing. Different style of hockey, maybe a little bit too. I I think we look good in the West right now and have a very reasonable chance to finish towards the Western Conference Championship. Hopefully, if things continue on the current trend. But I don't know the East. It scared me a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, recent years, the Chiefs have had, even when we've struggled, we've had success against the East. We've always feel like we've had their number. Now I feel like the script's kind of flipped. They definitely are just complete hockey teams over there, especially in the Central.
Yeah.
With Lethbridge, Medicine Hat, Calgary. I mean, Calgary came in and dominated us, and this was before they made any crazy
Yeah.
acquisitions too. And then Lethbridge, obviously, we know their systems with Bill Peters and the players that they
Yes.
acquired. Medicine Hat's and just another one to add there, um, but yeah, I agree. I think that overall it was a really tight game, and I say it every time we play him, but that's a potential Western Conference final preview.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean those, and it's really nice to know that we're able to compete with Everett because the
Yes.
last few years we've really struggled against them. Obviously, they were a lot better than we were, um, but yeah, I think overall things are still in a good spot. We're still ranked eighth in the CHL, which is
Mm-hmm.
good. I think we're still the second top team in like the power rankings in the WHL or whatever, too, behind Everett. So I think
As long
things
as
are where
as
they
long
should
as you're
be.
as long as you're getting even honorable mentions in the CHL, you're a good team.
Oh, for sure. And the fact that the Chiefs are actually in the top 10 is
Yes.
really cool to see. It's been a
Yeah.
long time since we've actually been in the top 10.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's all I got recap wise. You're coming back tomorrow, correct?
Correct.
So you'll be here for the game Friday against
Yes. Against
Victoria.
Victoria. Yeah.
Another big game with another team that's really kind of rising up the rankings. They're ahead of PG in the standings right now, and they're only 1 point behind us in the West as well.
Oh
So
wow.
I think it's going to be a real tight game. I wanted to run this by you before we started recording, but I had forgotten until just now. Was thinking of a new thing we can do on the podcast where we can have Chat GPT predict the final score of the next Chiefs game.
I like this idea.
So I was just kind of toying with it the other day, and so I just asked ChatGPT to predict the final score of the Spokane Chiefs versus Victoria Royals game this Friday, and they said while I can't predict an exact score with certainty, I can give you a general idea. If we're looking at the two teams' typical performance, I'd guess it'll be a really competitive game. I'll say Spokane wins 4-3 over Victoria with maybe an overtime or a shootout finish.
I like it.
So again, I could see it. I could
Yeah.
see it.
I can too.
So I think that's kind of a little fun thing that we can do
Nice.
here and there. But yeah, we're getting this episode out a little bit late because you're out of town and got a little bit of free time here. So
I'm not even out of town. I'm out of the country.
yeah, it must be nice. I hope
No,
Trump
no.
lets you back in.
I was going to say they might charge me a tariff to come back in. I might have to
I
smoke some avocados in my pockets or something.
yeah, right. By the way, I found a 8 pack of these cherry obituary liquid deaths at Walmart yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I hadn't seen these newer flavors in their own packs
I
yet.
neither. Did they have any other flavors? New flavors?
They had the two other ones as well. The two other new
Really?
ones. I can't remember what they were, but yeah.
Are they, are they in packs?
They're in boxes at Shade
Yeah.
of Walmart. Yep.
I'll have to stop and get some because I like some of those flavors. I had to get some of the orange ones and some of the grapefruit ones off of Amazon. It'll be nice to.
That's what it was. The grapefruit ones is the one that I saw. And I think I saw the orange ones as
Yeah,
well.
the grapefruit one is my new favorite of the newer ones.
I don't
Nice.
know if I've had that one yet.
I'll have to get some of those when I get back.
Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you too, since first I've talked to you in a couple of days since you're out of the country.
I'm out of the country. I'm down here eating tacos, and today I had chocolate clams. What they call them chocolate clams. There's clams stuffed with cheese and clam bits and stuff inside clam shells with this awesome sauce. And then I had some cilantro cream sauce on top of some fish. It was delicious.
Very nice.
Yesterday I had nice salad and a pizza. I know pizza in Mexico, but it was actually really good crust. And then I've had a lot of fish tacos and actually done a lot of cooking here in my room to have a full kitchen and have a outdoor kitchen as well and a barbecue. The people that host here, they had a bunch of frozen fish that somebody had vacuum sealed when they went on a fishing trip in their freezer and left them here for them. And they gave me a huge package of fish the first night we were here. So grilled some fish and ate homemade fish tacos 2 days in a row and did that.
Very nice.
And then I guess yesterday for lunch made grilled some chicken, about a chicken breast down here at the store, and grilled it, and had a chicken salad that I made. It was pretty good. So
Oh yeah, eating good down there.
eating very good. And then I have to thank my aunt and uncle too. My aunt Judy and Uncle Stan too gave me a little purse thing full of 350 US dollars worth of pesos too. And so I've been using that to eat out and do grocery shopping. So I've pretty much eaten for free this whole trip down here too. I haven't had to pay for anything because I had that as a Christmas gift.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. Hell yeah.
It's been good. I already scouted out some different places to stay that are a little less expensive for next time, that are in the same general area, that look really, really nice too. So I'm looking forward to a return trip, hopefully next winter, and staying someplace new.
Hell yeah, bring me with you. I want to
Okay.
go.
All right. Sounds good.
I'll put in my vacation request.
There you go.
One more thing I wanted to add. I was just thinking about it. The weekly report came out today and saw Sam Oremba lower body out week to week, and unfortunately, it looks like Smith Redmond's out month to month with his arm. So yeah, I don't know if
Bummer.
you would saw what happened exactly, but
Yeah.
it was a clearing attempt and it just hit directly in his arm, and he dropped everything and went off, and it didn't look very good. So
No.
I saw him walking around on Friday night with a sling on too. So
Oh, bummer.
it's something you hate to see, especially a guy with the playoff experience and everything that he has, and just what he brings to the team. But
Yeah.
so hopefully that it's nothing too serious. But being out month to month is not looking good. But
No.
won't speculate anything. But I will say that the line that they put together with Rass on Friday night, with Oremba and Redmond both being out, I think it really, really worked well. It was Rass at
Good.
center, Owen Martin on the right wing, and Sarkey on the left wing, and those
Right.
three really clicked. So I think good things are to come with
Good.
those three for sure.
Good.
But yeah, I guess we can kind of wrap it up,
Sounds good.
and we'll see you Friday.
Well, maybe see you before then, but
Yeah, I'll probably see you
game for
Friday.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we'll see you at the game Friday.
Yes, you will.
All right.
All right.
Till
Sounds
next
good.
time.
Go Chiefs, go.
Go Chiefs,
From
go.
Go Chiefs, go from Mexico.